Joseph, the scholarship you providing for your girls, for how many years do you normally provide scholarship for them? Is it a long lasting?
Yes, the scholarship we have provided over the years was to, if girls were in JSS, was to get them through all of their JSS education. If it was in SSS, it was to get them through all of their SSS education. And it is important to note that, unlike many scholarships, we weren't looking for extraordinary excellence in school. We were choosing our students based on their a portrayal of an interest in learning, diligence, and that diligence being limited by family circumstances. The fact that your mother couldn't keep up with the school fees shouldn't keep you out of school. So we chose our students very strategically in order to actually be able to help people who want to learn but are limited by unpredictable circumstances, such as the death of a mother, the death of a father, or a father losing a job, and the child certainly can continue to go to school. So we worked a lot with the heads of the schools to select students they know are bright but are facing some financial difficulties at home that could keep them out of school.
Now, Joseph, running a project like this is so much challenging. Now, what are some of the challenges you face, and how do you normally try to overcome them?
Well, one of the fundamental challenges in this country is, whether we like to face it or not, comes from ethnicity. I am Mende, and I often work in the Kaifala chiefdom, and I get emissaries coming to me every day telling me why I'm not working in the part of the country that I am from. I think we shouldn't be thinking like that as a nation. That has gotten us nowhere over the years. When Salmate and Magai and others went for the independence of this country, they did not go for Mende land or Timile land or Loco land. They went for the Republic of Sierra Leone, and I think as Sierra Leoneans, we should start thinking as a nation to help where the need is, instead of building a well in a place that doesn't need it, but just because you're from there. So that is an enormous challenge, because sometimes you have to tell some elders to go away and continue what you're doing, and then something we all know: corruption. When you're trying to build a school for a local community and bags of cement disappear, and you pay somebody to do some work and they never show up. So these petty dishonesties really are an annoying factor in this country, and unless we overcome them, we will be limited in our development for a long time. So those are some of the obstacles. But for me, it is one of the reasons that I am physically involved in many of the projects in the construction process, so as to prevent some of the theft that happens, and to basically live by the values I preach. When I say we are the Republic of Sierra Leone, I try to live that way, and I care about every Sierra Leonean who's facing difficulty, instead of just my people, the Mende people, the Temini people, Creole, Madingo, Kisi. We're all Sierra Leoneans, and if we start to think more that way, I think we can make a better country than we have.
You're not getting any subsidy or any assistance from government yet, and of course, to bring in some of these learning materials are so difficult. How do you normally bring about, the learning materials to the schools?
I try to purchase most of what we need in this country. Sierra Leone is part of the West African Examination Council, and I think it's vital, if you're going to teach kids in this country, you buy everything you need from the country. We have everything here. It's just a matter of the expenses, but I think that's something that we have been willing to do. But as you say, I think I have to say this: the government needs to be a little bit supportive of organizations such as mine. At least those who work in some of these ministries need to do their job. When you go there for a specific document which they require, it's often difficult to really get someone's attention to do what they're there to do, and that gets a little frustrating. So I think all I can say about the government is, at least the civil servants, do your job.